Making the Forbidden Kingdom required an intricate mix of location shooting, large-scale soundstage filming, and post-production visual effects. For the filmmakers, the key to success would be planning, and director Rob Minkoff, with his experience in both animation and live action, brought an arsenal of techniques to the project.
One of the primary tools a director uses to plan and prepare the film is storyboarding. It was actually something developed in the early days at Disney for the animated films, but has been adopted for live action. Now with computers, you can actually take those storyboards and turn them into 3D previs. Previs, short for pre-visualization, where you can plan the shots and the camera work in the film more effectively. Filming a movie can be quite complicated and expensive, and so when you have the chance to plan and prepare in advance doing previs, it's literally like you're making the movie before you're making the movie.
The Forbidden Kingdom's main titles start with an airplane shot that is combined with visual effects and live action sequences. So it was a perfect candidate for previs.
So in this piece of previs, it's actually the opening shot of the film, where we are moving through the clouds and following the staff on its journey to Monkey King. You know, a number of different approaches and ideas were used to do this scene. So you're seeing some of the experimental shots that we had designed. Wasn't the one we ended up using in the film, but it gives you an idea of some of the various ways that you can use previs to experiment with different shots. This really shows you how it's possible to design and execute shots before you actually get to the stage and test them to see they're working. We had to do it all on a green screen stage, and so creating a previs for that was necessary in order to plan and prepare what we were going to do. The previs is really there for everyone to take a look at. You know, anyone who's going to be involved in the creation of that sequence. Very frequently, you know, you'll do a demonstration of the previs at the production meeting where you've got pretty much everybody, and so you can show the whole crew what they're going to have to be prepared for. Because, you know, things don't show up by themselves when you make a movie. Everybody has to go out and actually build it, design it, buy it, and provide it. And, you know, it happens well in advance of the shooting day.
The climactic scene at the Jade Palace, when the major characters all fight to the death, was achieved by filming the action while imagining the visual effects that would be added later. This was only made possible by using previs as a guide.
One of the biggest scenes that required visual effects was the Monkey King Returns. We had to plan and shoot this really heavy visual effects sequence and explain to everyone what was going on. It was actually one of the story ideas that came quite late in the process. You know, we did a number of rewrites during the production, and how this moment was going to be achieved was something that, you know, came quite late. And doing the storyboard and actual previs helped in the process of defining what the story was. And it was quite a large scene and very complicated to shoot because we had Jackie Chan fighting with the bride with white hair on the balcony while The warlord was fighting with the silent monk inside the throne room, and all the soldiers and all the monks fighting in the chamber in the center. In the chi energy, which actually is released once Jayson hits the statue with the staff, blasts out in every direction and knocks people down here and there. There was all sorts of different techniques that we used to achieve those effects. Some wire work, or just a lot of, physical acting, people throwing themselves around.
Storyboarding and pre-visualization were valuable tools in planning the Forbidden Kingdom. But Minkoff believes that after all the prep, when the human element arrived on the set, that's when some truly extraordinary things would happen.
In animation, everything is planned. Everything is drawn or designed or rendered through a computer, and there's nothing there by mistake. In a live-action film, on the other hand, accidents can happen. Surprises can happen on the set. You've got actors, you've got cinematographers, you've got artists who are living and breathing and contributing, collaborating. Despite all the pre-visualization that we've done, sometimes incredible things happen spontaneously in the moment, and sometimes those can be the most magical things.